Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Let's go. Hi, my name is Greg Zolkowski. I've been in education a long time, over 30 years now. And I remember I actually got into education on a really different sort of path. I went to school originally, I was always interested in technology and science, so I actually went to school for electrical engineering. And I got to my senior year very close and had an internship, and I remember walking in and working in an engineering office and thinking, oh my God, this looks really boring. I'm going to be in a cubicle. I didn't like what I was seeing in terms of a work environment. I took time off. I got on a motorcycle and I traveled for a year around the US and Mexico, and really thought about what I really wanted to do when I came back. And so when I came back, I remember walking into the house and my parents were there, and they said, "Did you decide what you're going to do after traveling for a year?" I said, "Yes, I did." I said, "I'm going into education." And I remember my father's jaw dropped. And luckily my mother was there. She said, "You know what's most important? You need to follow what you want to do and be happy about it and be passionate about it." So anyhow, I switched. I took the leap. I wanted to, I thought it was important. I wanted to get involved in something that I felt passionate about, something that could help improve the world in a social sense. And I was thrown into it then. I started education, and my first experience was working with 3- and 4-year-olds in an inner city early childhood center. Really a tough place. I think I learned everything about education in those 2 years working in early childhood. But since then, I have had, over the course of the years, been working in actually all different levels. I've had the luxury of teaching in elementary level, all the way from preschool, elementary, middle school, high school, and university. And I actually enjoy them all. And what I found out in the teaching as well, you know, a lot of people, I remember this clearly, I had come back to university and I still had some of my engineering roommates, and they were sitting there with their calculus books and their thick matrix algebra and differential equations. And I came in with my books that was child psychology, how to teach music, and they were looking at it and joking. You know, and education is all about not just being a teacher of a content area. It's really about working with kids to develop their personality, develop who they are as a person, really nurturing how they grow. Okay, this is one of my favorite places on campus. This is the 9th floor of the high school, and this window here, it's a little bit cloudy today, but if you come up here on a clear day, this is gorgeous. You can see all the way to Bogor, and you have a view of Gunung Gede and one more other volcano over to the right. Beautiful. This is a really nice place to come. You see Kemang all the way down, Sudirman, downtown. Yeah. Okay. This is a fun area too. This is one of the places I like. In the morning, this is very busy. This is where our high school, some of our middle school students are coming in. So I'm generally in this area, and I'll walk over to the canteen as well. So the students come in the morning, and before going right up to their homeroom, they all come here and sit. So this is a time for me to personally chit-chat and get to know, interact with all the students. So 7:30 in the morning, this place is quite full. Everything is spaced out because of the COVID, of course, so the seating is spaced out. But this is where we find all the high schoolers coming in. High schoolers look a little bit sleepy. You have the middle school students over there who are younger, who are always much more lively. This is a fun place to be in the morning, really. Just to make connections with the students. And the energy is there. We have students who, because of COVID, are coming back, sometimes for their first time. And there's a lot of good energy and excitement by the students to be back here on campus. My case, once I graduated in education, even though I had started in engineering, once I graduated in education, I stayed in the field. But I do meet a lot of people who, for example, have, often in more of the social sciences, I've met people who graduated with bachelors in anthropology or psychology, things like that, and they moved into the teaching career from those. And that's really possible too. They went back to school just to get a teaching license, for example. My daughter, for example, did that. She graduated University of Wisconsin in hotel management. And she ended up falling into, purely by accident, what she thought was temporary, teaching English, because she couldn't find the job in hotel management. It was right during the COVID started. And she loved it. It's a dependable career for the most part, when a lot of other industries might be on the change. You know, there's still always a need. There's always going to be students and children who need to be educated, no matter where that is. I wouldn't change anything in the choices that I made. I think for me personally, it's taken me from where I'm from originally in the US, and I've had opportunities to be working overseas in international schools in other countries, which has been fantastic as well. So if you're thinking about becoming an educator, not only within your own country, there's also opportunities in other countries, and experience that as well. So as someone who's worked in education and talking to people who may be thinking about it, if you are looking for a career where you feel like you're doing something that's important to contribute positively to the world and improving the people in the world, working with growing children is fantastically rewarding. My name is Greg Zolkowski, and I'm an educator.